Alright, what's up, yins, guys? I'm gonna do a video here, and seeing this shit on the news, and I'm even seeing, about billboards and everything else, and I'm gonna try to give you my take on this, and I think they're leaving something really important out. Um, the rhetoric of the far left and the far right, and I think there's some really important things that should be said in this. Thing where a lot of people are, I think, missing. There's a lot of people that know about this, but yeah, I for one have friends both black and white, and people who would see certain shit going down or going on, and don't want no parts of the shit. I wanted to tell you right now. I mean, hanging with certain kind of people, if something you think something's going to go down questionable, you know what I mean? First of all, if you guys have any stories where you could have been involved in something where you could have, I don't know, went somewhere with something, went to a car with somebody, maybe hang somebody that's, I got a bunch of people that are kind of crazy and ain't right, and somehow you didn't go. I don't care if you got sick or something turned up where you decided not to go for some reason, and all of a sudden a crime happened. This is what I want, the shit that I want to talk about, that should be said, and the people when protesting about this, they should be having signs raising awareness about this too, because I think this is just important. And I ain't sticking up for no cop or anything either. That's not what this is all about. And I wanted to look up some things myself. I think that can vary state from state to state. I always thought myself that they're not allowed to shoot you in the back if you run. They're supposed to, they find out where you are and they'll catch you anyway. But in some cases, I need to look this up myself, they could shoot you when you run only if you're some kind of escaped felon, like a dangerous criminal escaped from prison that maybe killed somebody before, or shit like that. That's what I always thought. But what I wanted to say here and say is, if you're watching this, if I had a kid that was shot, by a police car, see if I had a kid, I don't got no kids, but if any of you guys watching that had a kid, it seemed to me if I had a kid and this happened to, I wouldn't be just mad at the cop, I'd be mad at the people that drug him into it. From what I see, this kid had a bunch of friends in school, right? And I was considered not even a bad kid. I'm trying to be fair with this, right? But look how fucking easy it is to maybe hang with some people that are a little crazy, and get dragged into some shit, become the fall guy, either wind up in jail next to them, or wind up in jail instead of them, or wind up shot, instead of them. And I'm wondering, the other dude that actually had the gun, they caught him, got to keep up with that. And, I'm wondering what the dude that actually had the gun to start with, if he has any conscience, if he feels bad about somebody that actually get killed. And I'm not even going to go say, I'm not even going to go there with anybody watching this and say, or have anybody giving me hell in kind of other way of saying what I'm crying out for. But somebody that actually had a gun. Well, that's up to you guys. Say if you had a kid, right, that got shot, and maybe he had a clip on him, he didn't have a gun. And the other dude that had a gun, there's other people that your kid was hanging with, your kid got shot, right? And you find out that the dudes that may have been instigating the whole thing and doing all the shit, drug your kid into it, and he got killed. And some dude that they caught that had the gun is still alive. I'm not even going to go there and say wish death on the dude. Because, I don't want anybody on YouTube be bitching, or you're calling out for anybody's death or anything like that. I'm just saying, say if I wanted to see how many people out there, I mean, it looks to me like he got with some people. He might have not even realized what was going to go down. He panicked, he got scared and ran. And what if you and me were in that situation? Some dude you were in a car with had a gun, right? And say you didn't have the gun, and then all of a sudden, maybe you were scared of the cop. It's like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to do? And just try to just make a run for it or something, you know, get startled or something. And like, just because you hung with some people that might have been losers, or maybe they were okay, sometimes they're just a little crazy. And you could, well, you don't know what actually transpired. You know, they get a gun and they're like, people are, whatever the hell people are doing. And I'm just saying, you could get dragged into some shit and end up being the one going to jail and being the one that got shot. I think that's what happened. There should be some awareness raised about this. So I want to tell some of you guys, if you have any stories where it could have been, should have been, or whatever, that could have happened to you, that you're lucky you didn't go with somebody. Yeah. But what I'm going to say to you right now here, like, hey, if you go somewhere, whatever you do, I don't know if you, whatever lifestyle you do, you go somewhere, it can be anywhere, a bar, you could be still in school, running around and sneaking, smoking, or smoking pot, or doing any, I don't care what it is. If you have a bunch of friends that are getting like a little too crazy, maybe something you don't trust that might go down, certain kind of talk that's going on, and maybe you maybe figure there's no harm in something. And maybe if you feel somebody can be easing you into some kind of shit, something ain't right, get the fuck away from the people. Or if you don't feel right about where you're at, decide not to go out with these people. Don't get into the car. I mean, if you think something ain't right, don't do it. Don't fucking go. I mean, I just want to say this, if you guys have any stories where you didn't go somewhere right, and then you're glad that you didn't go, and then all of a sudden those friends or one of them friends did something and everybody got arrested. Hey, if you got stories, I'm welcome to it. But I just want to put that out there. I mean, there's so much rhetoric about the cop and all that too. And I'm not there to stick up for no cop or anything either. I mean, I know when I got pulled over, you know, one time when I used to drive the family car going too fast, I actually had my, it wasn't too bad. I was like, I knew they were going to ask me for my driver's license before the cop even got out of the car. I had the driver's license out there because I'm not going to sit there like an idiot, and I didn't want to look like I was going for something. They'll ask you for it. But I like ended up going to the magistrate and just paying a fine with no points. You know what I mean? There was an option we can do that, but that's all ever happened to me. Got pulled over, you know, going too fast one time. You know what I mean? And I don't even like to drive a car. You know, I was living with family for a while, and I drove the family car for a little while, you know, to go fetch things, you know. But you know, I never was into any kind of real wild ass shit going around with any kind of people raising hell and any riffraff and all that. But anyway, you can do some shit that's harmless, hanging around with some people, and people can do shit that gets out of hand. What I'm going to say to you is, if you think something ain't right, don't go. I mean, if there's even talk about certain things like that, because I feel this kid was just dragged into it, or like eased into it somehow. Maybe they didn't seem like they were like that at first, but you can have somebody that's a good kid or an okay person or whatever, and they start hanging with these people. Maybe they might be seen as losers, or they might even be known. I don't know about this situation. These people were known, had any history or anything, but, or you can get these friends that you don't even know. Everybody knows but you. They have maybe a criminal history, a record, you know, or were in and out of jail or whatever. And hey, I work next to people that went to jail for things. That's not the point. You know, they're okay people. But I mean, I heard stories that I did job assignments for, that they wind up in jail because of these people they were with. They were kind of dragged into it. Be fucking careful. You can be the fall guy, and I mean, yeah, I don't. Definitely, what happened to the kid ain't funny, but he panicked. But anyway, I think what I'm saying is, I'm thinking that the dude that had the gun in the first place, they got caught, should also be held just as accountable. Because if it wasn't for that whole deal, going with him and all that, and I think the dude that did, if it wasn't for the dude that did all the shooting in the first place, what if the dude somehow didn't get in there with him? You know what I mean? He would have been still alive. It would have been cool if the dude all of a sudden got sick or had something to do, or I don't know, that kept him from going. I mean, that's a could have, should have, but so you get dragged in here, you decide to hang with the wrong people. You don't even damn know. You know, you could wind up dead or in jail. It's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. Not at all. That's what I'm saying.